We are here to serve. We all have a purpose in serving, but what is that purpose? We have a special treat in for us. This young woman that we're speaking to today serves in not only healthcare as well as in the community. She built an amazing app that we're going to talk a little bit about, as well as the story behind the app. Philana Williams. Wait, I want to make sure I say it right. Philana Williams is amazing in regards to everything in the process. Hyphen Jones, I want to make sure I put that part in there as well, is amazing in the process and everything she did besides saying yes to me in regards to going live here with our virtual conversation, talking about apps and the app building process. We actually connected with Justin Burns in the Apps Built with AI program, amazing program. And so I want to say what up though and make sure that you leave comments and join the actual discussion as we're here to continuously build and talk about the actual conversation behind the apps, but as well as the founders and what is the actual purpose of doing so. Everything happens for a reason. I want to keep saying that and reiterating it because when you grow and build and you have a purpose, the key thing about that purpose is to demonstrate and to act. And that is what we're going to talk about here today about talking a little about going through with the action and the actual app building process. Let me bring on the amazing Philana Williams Jones. How are you, madam? What up, though, is what we say from Detroit, Michigan. How are you today? Welcome.
I am awesome. I am awesome. Thank you for having me. And how are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you saying yes here to this conversation, as again, so much to unload and unpack here today. And it was so funny. I was going to read your bio while you were off the screen, but I actually wanted to bring you on the screen just so that you can kind of hear this amazing bio. And it was, let's kind of jump in and ask questions from there. So, is it okay if I take a moment and just read your bio and just kind of listen to all of the amazing things you have done? Is that okay?
It's okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Palana E. Williams Jones is a community driven entrepreneur and civic leader based in the Midlands of South Carolina, South Kakalaki. Raised in a family rooted in service, she learned early the value of showing up, uplifting others, and building stronger communities, principles shared by the legacy of those in her family who lived a life of purpose and public minded leadership. She is a certified pharmacy technician, medical assistant, phlebotomist, and a director associate with LegalShield. Philana is also the founder and owner of Inspire to Emerge, where she is known for her signature motto, which I love: remember, you are great. Her work centers on empowering individuals through encouragement, resources, and practical steps toward growth. Philana has remained actively involved in community events and organization, including the Miss Columbia Latino Pageant that we're going to talk about. And she has held leadership roles across multiple civic and professional groups. She was named Ambassador of the Year 2015 by the Greater Case West Columbia Chamber of Commerce, where she has served as an engaged member and ambassador since 2011. She also serves and has served on several boards and committees, including HIVE, and maintains an affiliation with the U.S. Global Leadership Coalition. Known for her consistency, hearts, and forward focused leadership. Let's jump into a discussion with Philana, who continues to blend service and entrepreneurship to help people and communities thrive. How does that feel listening to, and what have though, Emma? We had to give her some love, of course, but how does that feel listening to your bio and the things you've done, not only in healthcare, but in the community as well?
No, Adrian, I was wondering who you were talking about, first of all, but let's go ahead. Thank you for that amazing. That's a great question. I honestly take it, I thank God for it. I thank God for Him putting that in me because a lot of it that I had done didn't know prior to reading about my family. And so I don't take that lightly because this
Mm,
is something my ancestors started. And I mean, they fought hard and stood up. And so I feel it's a duty.
okay,
It's a
okay.
duty, not to just them, but our community to show that yes, there's still people here that truly care and want to see other people grow. And it's not about the growing of their pockets or anything like that. It's truly investing in people, in your community, in any way that you can, coming up with great ideas. And so that's a mantle that has been passed on to me, even from my great grandfather with the financial piece, starting a credit union. And
Mm,
so this has just been something that it's in I've been saying it for a long time. It's in my DNA.
I love it. I
And
love it. Yes. Hmm.
it just it really just says, keep going, carry this legacy on, carry it on, and pass it. And don't be afraid of that. Everybody, please understand, this is not about me. It's about what God called me to be, the family and the community and the people. It just comes with that rest comes with it. Um, but that's what it means to me. Just, and it's a weight. I just, some days I go, oh, how am I going to do this? Because I don't want to let anybody down. You want to keep that thing going. And so
Right.
I will say, now that you've said something, it's just time for me to say, hey, I need help getting this all done too.
And that's the great thing, and which is a great segue in regards to what introduced you to Justin. So, talk a little bit about how you got connected with Justin Burns and Apps Built with AI, and that process, and even the story behind you building an app in general.
Okay. Great question. Number one is a great thing that I did because I got to meet you,
Isn't it
this
an amazing
wonderful
thing? I
queen
know,
here.
right? Come
She didn't
on,
say much
Queen.
about herself, but she is doing some great things too. So I can't wait to interview you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Just last year, actually, yeah, year before last, I was at an AI summit.
Hmm.
Actually, what's gotten my attention was my cousin said something to me about 2 or 3 years ago. Oh, AI, you'd be great at it. Da, da, da. And I said, okay, I heard, and I didn't hear. And then you started hearing more and more and more about it. So I attended
Hmm.
Alicia's little summit and saw it again this
Wait,
year.
so
And
you attended?
so
Wait, because I love how you said that so fast. So, did you attend the summit with Alicia Little back in October of 2026? Is that correct? Or
25.
2025? Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Me too. Me too. I think
I
we talked about that
know.
a little bit. Right. Okay. Yes. But go ahead. I'm listening. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that,
We
but
was probably in the same rooms
that's
and
a
didn't even
story.
know
That
it.
no, 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 that's a story in itself. Do you see that we were
Right.
in the same room? That means show up. That's what it says. Show up again.
Hmm. That's
Because
right.
this year, look what happened.
Right.
Um,
Right. Goodness gracious.
See?
I'm listening, but
Just
go ahead.
showing up, and it's been an amazing journey ever since. I want to tell you with you. Can't wait to see the rest of what's going to open up for this community and for your organization. Can't
Forget
wait. You
my
deserve every bit
organization.
of
I mean,
it.
because I remember Justin even just walking through your app, just starting out. Talk about like just the whole passion that you had. You can't get away from this conversation. She's trying to be so calm and just calm and collected because again, we're gonna have a surprise for you with the unveiling and about the follow up episode. So today we just want to kind of talk a little bit about your thought process in building the app. Why did you even think that that would help to be for the solution? So just kind of give us a little bit of a backstory about, just your thought process that, hey, I think that building an app is for me.
Well, one of the things is that I joined the business, but you said LegalShield back in, and they said I had some, we could deal with mental health issues too. Been there, done that one as well.
Hmm.
And so they said, I woke up and they said, they have been telling me, read 10 pages of a good book a day and you won't be the same person a year from now.
Mm,
And so after an attempt, and I was still here, I said to myself, I'm still here. There must be a purpose and a reason for me.
mm,
I said, but you know what? They said, read 10 pages of a good book a day and you
right.
won't be the same person a year from now.
Hmm.
I said, well, I guess it's time to start reading.
Mm,
So my first book was The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale,
okay. Okay.
Failing Forward by John Maxwell,
Mm.
and then one of our advisories, John Addison, Don't Take Advice from People Who Are More Screwed Up Than You Are. And
Okay.
changed my whole perspective on life. And I truly understood those 10
Hmm.
pages a day were amazing. Doors open. I was able to speak more
Mm,
about, the mental health side, the different things like that. And I just saw how my communication changed, my lifestyle changed, the people I would meet changed, and all because of reading. And then again, it brought back
hmm.
that history, wanting to know. So now the things that I'm doing and I'm seeing them work. And I've just sat back and looked at our world and our community and said to myself, this can't be, this is not what we do in this family, not this legacy. I saw communities
Right.
just not talking, not working together, calling the cops on each. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Hmm.
whoa, and seeing
Hmm.
that, it's just that. how the books change my perspective, my view, how the difference in speaking to people, learning how to work with different people. We're not always going to get along, but you can have healthy debates, because there's another thing I do too is do moderating,
Mm-hmm.
and how we had gotten away from that, sitting at the table, talking.
Mm.
Who knows anybody about the family, anything anymore? Sometimes we even have parents thinking that, oh, the kids, oh, you think you're smarter. No, 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 no. This, what,
Right.
wait. What do we have really going on?
But how do you deal with, especially in our community, the African American community, like, and then most families grew up like this. What happens in this house stays in this house, or communication. Like myself, I'm in therapy every once a week in regards to just
Mm.
mental health that you kind of touched on briefly. And thank you. But the key thing is I say it out loud, not for the applause. Honestly, is for to inspire someone else to be able to raise their hand and say, "Hey, it might be okay for me to be able to talk to someone." So talk a little bit about in regards to our community, like how huge is it in order to have something like you're building to solve this pain point dealing with healthcare with the app that you're actually building? Because communication is always that's one of the things we just don't talk about it. We're already know we're jumping to conclusions. Because change is something that's
Mm.
uncomfortable, but being comfortable being uncomfortable is the one thing that I love about this app building process. So when you look at your solution that's specialized to you, what's some of the pain points in the solution that you're solving around that in regards to just that communication and the mental health that we discussed?
Being okay with discussing it,
Right.
having the words. I think a
Mhm.
lot of it is that we've lost the language, and we use all these other words, and we're not describing our feelings. And we're using language that becomes debatable and
Right.
all of these other things, and where the assumptions, well, I thought you said, but no, that's not what I was really saying. And we have so much of that going on ahead that we don't actually hear what that person actually said,
Right.
nor do we come back and say and do the mirror. We've lost all of that, and I
Mhm.
believe that that's the pain point. Now, once we get there, we can sit down and have different conversations without the defense, because now we're not working with that defense mechanism for some false words that are being said in our head
Right.
to us, not actually what's being said. And now we can have those discussions: finances, leaving things, health, power of return, all of these different things that we have not been able to speak about previously,
Mhm.
and getting all those myths and everything else, and let's get the truths out, like you said, what goes on. There's a problem, and unfortunately, in some of our spiritual places, that was covered up there too, and that's not. It's time for truth.
It is.
Truth will
It's
set you free, and we just have to learn how to hear that truth, understand that. What part did you play in it? Did you play any part? Was this how? Okay, so this is what I was. This is the hand that I was dealt. But we
right.
have to learn how to play that hand without creating more damage and trauma. It just perpetuates until somebody stands up, and I believe we are the remnant. We have come, and we're standing up for truth. We don't care what pastor, mama, anybody else. No, no, no. Here's the truth.
Right. And,
The
and and
more
we're gonna that's crazy that you said that. And Randy says too, thank you so much, Randy, for tuning in live. He said survey in healthcare while building an AI app is transformational regarding patient outcomes, reducing administrative burden and increasing efficiency. Amazing accomplishment. So thank you, Randy, so much for your comment. And Miss Emma agree with you as well. But you brought up something that is so key, Lana, is trauma. And I just watched, Eric Dane just passed away, rest in heaven, Eric Dane, and to him and his family, of course, support. But, on Netflix, they have his final words, and it's about 50 minutes long. And it's so crazy. A couple of days ago, I actually turned to it because, like I said, he just passed away. And it's so they don't play it until you pass away. And so when I was watching it, and I'm not going to be a spoiler, right, for people that haven't watched it as of yet, but it is on Netflix. But one thing that stood out was trauma. Eric Dane had trauma since the age of 7 years old. Talk a little bit about in regards to a grown man that passed away at 53, still talking about trauma at 7. How huge is mental health in regards to everyday living and just being able to have tools and resources for those type of solutions? How important is that?
Very, very, especially in our
Right.
community, because now I recognize as well. I don't believe it's all the food or anything else. It's how we internalize these things that we have all this high blood pressure, all the diabetes, all of this. That's what trauma.
Right.
That's what trauma. Now we have more trauma on top of trauma that has not been healed, and it's okay to be not to be okay.
But how do you deal with trauma, like, if you don't know what you don't know? Because that's the thing, like, if you d people don't go searching for change, that's not something that's norm complacency is the common norm. So
Hmm.
so in regards to just doing things differently, how does someone start doing that? Like, if they have no idea, right?
Well, I guess, well, you may not have words to articulate that idea of the change.
Mhm,
And you
mhm.
certainly don't want to use words that everybody else uses and then, oh, nothing happens, nothing changes.
Right,
So we are there's I think there's a two-part thing that we have to learn to be open. We have to understand that we're going to fail. That's part of the process. And matter of fact, go ahead and do it fast. The faster you do it, the faster you get to success. So don't be afraid and understand that that is the process. So now we don't hold that over people's heads because that's creating more trauma, right?
right. Now
So
how important
all
is
of those
it
different things.
go ahead, I'm sorry. Mm-mm.
Go, no, go ahead.
No, so I was gonna say, so like you said, all those things are so important. How important is it in regards to community and leadership and finding spaces like what you and I have found where we can actually connect with each other to kind of continue to motivate? How important is it to invest in yourself to find that? Because again, we're not just talking about money. I'm talking about the time. I'm
Mm-mm.
talking about the effort. Because again, anybody can pay for a course or training or coaching, but to implement and to take action, that's what this actual show the difference is. These are action takers that are trying to have problems and solutions and have found an app that may be able to find those solutions. So, how important is it to try to find your I always say find my tribe. So
Uh,
how important is that? You know what I mean? Let me find my crew. What up though from Detroit, Michigan? But let me find my crew because again, everyone doesn't think like me. Everyone doesn't react like me. And once I've realized that hey, I can't judge people based on me. I just can only do me. How important is the community for you? What Justin has built? Like he has no idea. That king there has just because of everybody I've met. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like Justin has done amazing. Like I want to be a mini Adrian. Like I'm coming. So
coming, we
seriously,
coming, we
pay
coming, right?
respect.
You're
Seriously,
right.
because just to bring all of us together, like minds, a little crazy, a little bit different, right? But we have all these ideas. How important is it for you to find your tribe when you're doing things and have ideas and things like that? Because I'm so glad I met you. You're freaking
Bro,
amazing.
you are freaking amazing. I'm so glad I
Thank you.
met you. See, y'all, but this is real.
This is, I mean,
This
yeah, I'm
is
not no
real.
fluff. Yeah,
Yeah,
right, real
it's
talk.
no fluff, no nothing, because that's my sister, that's my girl. And
Right.
Justin has, I mean, all of them, when if you get in, that's all I can say is get in, and we're not getting paid to, you know, that's just hard.
Look, I
Even
don't
if
even
I
have my
didn't
link
do
up.
another
Right,
thing,
exactly,
if
right.
I didn't even do a thing, I would definitely always point people to, I mean, that community and the love, the hey, here, just like with you. Most people are going to charge somebody to give them an idea about their name. I'm not going to do that.
Right,
But some people, and not somebody going, oh, no, 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 and rejecting it. And because you don't really understand,
right.
you don't have that discernment of the
Mhm.
where you, Lord, I hope y'all get it quick because I'm telling you, the train is going. And I mean, just the love, just willingness to say, here, 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 whatever it is that you need, here, here, here. If I got it, you got it. If it comes in my head, here it is. And no one coming back to say, oh, this, that, none of that. It is such an amazing, loving, growing, and it's like, because we think we're
Right.
by ourselves, but we're not. And then you get to meet, like, oh my God. I mean, and y'all, the conversation on the phone, there are so many connections and so many different things, and so much the alignment. That's the word, alignment. That we want to see everybody
A
grow. We understand there's enough out here for everybody. We can help each other, and we're excited about it. even if something of ours gets put back for there and we get pushed somebody, that's
Mhm.
where, I mean, that's love, that's a trial.
And you know what's so funny though? Last week we had on a couple of people that was actually a part of our group, right? A part of our crew. And so Miss Emma was supposed to be there. Miss Emma has her own date, so her beautiful picture is still up there in regards to being a part. But all of us were there together, and it was Miss Vicky was there, Carmela was
Yes.
there, Inger was there, and we even actually connected with Talia, who is amazing in our community earlier that day as well. And then two, Ricardo, just the week before, he connected with us as well. So all of these individuals are a part of Justin Burns's crew and their family. And Talia's on now. She's saying, "What up, though?" She's saying, "Yes, see, and look at the support, alignment, yes." And then Miss Emma's talking like truth, like we support each other, and that part right there is something I've never seen before. Like I've seen a lot of communities, I've seen a lot, I've been a part of, I've built a lot of different things, but Justin doesn't even know the amount of respect that I have for him in regards to just bringing like minds together, all these different ideas, and having all this technology together in building. And that's when I see things like that, I know that I'm going to be okay because I know I'm not
Hmm.
alone. Never, I'm from Detroit, he's from Atlanta, Chicago, and just meeting and connecting with people like this virtually. A lot of people don't believe in the online family. How was change for you? How did you even start with this process? I mean, just coming from your background, how did you even get started or even decided to invest in yourself in regards to getting a part of this community?
Well, learning to invest, my biggest investment, and in order to make
Say that
change,
one more
I
time.
need to
Can,
be,
can you can you say that? Can you say that
I
one more time? Though?
am my biggest investment.
Okay, okay, thank you. I mean, I think somebody
I
had to hear that
am.
twice, just in case
Mhm.
someone
Oh
needed to
yeah,
hear that
because
today.
honey, you can take
Yes,
everything. You can't take this up here. Cannot take this up here, so I could rebuild.
that's true.
No threats. Yeah, go ahead. So I'm not afraid. Go ahead.
You can't be
So there's
afraid
not much.
to rebuild,
Mm-mm. No,
because
can't.
it's one of those things. I told you before we even started today. I lost a friend in regards to lupus just a couple of days ago. Not even a day and a half, honestly. And she was truly an angel in healthcare and everything else. And when you
Mm.
look at how God does things in regards to lining up everything in your life, rest in heaven, Sharon Harris, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
But anyway, when you think about everything that lines up in your path, how do you feel about this opportunity that we have in front of us in regards to technology and combining that with, for you, healthcare to provide that solution for someone?
It's a it's a time we'll never see again.
Mm,
And it's just something, it's just deep down in my soul. It's like you cannot miss this. Like I said, my cousin said something to a couple of years ago, and I kind of did the same thing with the Bitcoin thing too.
right. What was
So
the
you do
Bitcoin
that
thing? So I
sometimes.
know you
Yeah.
tell people what the Bitcoin thing was. I know, right? Just tell people what it was.
Oh
I know.
Lord, let me tell y'all
Just
something.
tell them about the
A friend
Bitcoin
of
thing.
mine was telling me about it. Okay, I don't know what it is. I'm not even trying to. What the heck is that, right? So another person said something, and I'm looking like, okay, that's the second person. I might need to start paying attention. The third person was like, and I still was going. They said, well, at least just open up your account.
Right, right.
I
Uh-huh.
did that. And started putting money in, enough for somebody to. I got away from a fire. I'll tell you that one too. You can lose it too, just as much as you can.
Right.
But that it was amazing ride. I was actually introduced to Black Bitcoin billionaires, able to give out help with Bitcoin, do some things with some large fintech companies and different things like that. So it opened a lot of doors. So be inquisitive. Be
Hmm.
inquisitive because I'm not missing. See, it won't be like this with the app and the phone and the technology and the AI. I not gonna miss this one, getting on there real quick. We have a short window left. And please, everybody, don't think AI is gonna take your job. Just learn AI because it always needs a human being. It has to be taught.
But here's the thing though. Like people that don't take action don't, I mean, it is a reality because again, before we used to talk about it, just kind of make jokes in regards to AI. Okay, yeah, I agree. Like AI is not going to be able to take your job. It's not going to be possible. But what
Mm.
can happen and is, there is something called an old way and a new way. So think of it like this. Like this is the way that I, as an AI wealth strategist, I try to explain it and breaking it down in layman's terms that people can understand. Because it's really not just about building apps. I mean, the app process is cool, but everybody might not be, savvy, kind of nervous. Get it. But AI is something that you should definitely consider jumping in. Thank you so much, Talia, for the
Mhm.
condolences. I appreciate that, Talia. I had to make sure I told her that. But in regards to AI, is something totally different. It's here. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. And how, like you said, people, it's not going to be able to be replaced. But learning about it, because between these two ears is something that no one can ever take from you, is something called education. So talk about a little bit about your AI journey, like in regards to just understanding this is new for you too, correct? Like in regards
Yes.
to learning new
Yeah.
things.
Yes, yes,
Right.
but it's amazing. If you've been around, you've heard the language, you hear it, and things the second time around in here, it's connected even more. And so just keep at it. Don't be fearful. Go for it. Explore. Be curious. Just be what's the word say? Be curious like a child.
Be inquisitive like a child, right?
Yeah,
Because
inquisitive. Yeah, be inquisitive. And it's just made the world of difference. And to be honest with you, we've been using the technology. We've been using it. Let's say this, we've been using it and been leveraged
Mhm.
by it. Now we can be leveraged. Now we can leverage.
Exactly. And we've been literally using GPS. If you use
Hmm.
Siri, if you have an Apple phone, if you use Siri, you use AI. If you even like with MapQuest and all those different functionalities when they give you directions turn by turn in your car, like OnStar in GM vehicles. So anyway, so those type of things are AI, but people just hasn't realized and aligned those two things together. But in regards to like, I'm building an app too, and I know we talked a little bit about Neil, which is name, image, and likeness, right? And
Hmm.
so I need people's help in regards to this app that I'm building because again, with the actual app, I'm going to actually put the link on the screen. It's because again, with people now, as being a former athlete, right? So let me just take a step back. So in regards to name, image, likeness, what that means is the athletes now in high school and college they can get paid. Even how I'm telling you this is totally different from my original pitch, isn't it? Isn't it different from my original pitch in my other app? Like
Yeah.
how just the even, but I noticed that differently too. Like shout out to Dr. Forbes Riley. Thank you. Anyway, with the pitch, it's totally different. But what I'm sharing is honestly the pain and the opportunity that's right now for high school and college athletes. It's a gold mine. Now, 30 years ago, yours truly, Adrian Mays, was an athlete, collegiate athlete at Murray State University, played basketball, ran track, but we didn't have the opportunity to earn money for our actual, for our efforts. Time didn't catch up yet. Because if time was like it was then we wouldn't be here talking right now. A billionaire journey, I would be on the trillionaire journey because I would have already locked everything down. I would have had GM unlocked. I would have had Foot. So my point
Mm.
is, these different companies, because I had an
Yeah.
engineering background and still an athlete, they would have loved me. So these are different things. That's the app and opportunity that I'm building now is having a way for people to understand how to pitch their product, how to pitch their service for high school and actual college athletes. But I need feedback first because I'm going to do it the right way versus how I did it with my first one, which was amazing too, the AI Legacy Blueprint Master Calculator. But I didn't get the information first. I want to ask the question. So with the survey that I'm putting here on the screen here, it's allowing people to go through step by step and answer these questions. So if you could please take action and be able to help me in regards to getting this app off the ground. So, what do you think about that idea for name, image, likeness in regards to athletes being able to monetize their ideas and be able to have a pitch app to be able to output what they would give to business owners and brands? How does that sound?
I love
I
it. I love it. I
that,
love it. I
but
love it. I like both because guess what? You still got the other one because it's going on my app. Remember? See, that's what we do. We collaborate, y'all. So
oh,
we're
that
still
was going
using,
down.
you
I
know,
mean,
we're
that
using,
was
yeah, we you still using the other one, but this will be the main. And I love it because with your finance background, mortgage background, all those different backgrounds,
right.
who better than to be able to build a great app and your strategic thinking, you're wonderful. You have great, using that engineering is really going to help you're going to have a lot of insight, a lot of different ways to look at that, different ways to use the money that they're making. And again, this is why it's so important that we get these things together, because we're going to have family members. Somebody in the family is going to, and yeah, we got to be rooting for them, not trying to do
Mm-hmm.
it. Let's work all together, because there's a place for everybody in that business. You can make that a whole entire family business through that as well.
That's true.
A lot
That's
of great
true.
things come with that.
Mm-hmm. And that's like you said, the
Love it.
stepping stone is the AI legacy blueprint master calculator. Because again, when we built this, my business partner and I built this, it's tax season now. And people don't understand how taxes work, especially neo athletes as well. But had to figure out a segue in regards to if I just come up to you and say, hey, would you like me to share with you some information about taxes? Nobody want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like no one wants
Who
to
want to hear
hear.
about that?
Right. Nobody wants to
The
understand.
IRS means I running scared.
Right. But the wealth journey is a reality, and this is the first app. And I wanted to make sure I showed that too. Thank you for shouting out my little app processes or what have you. But
No little
uh,
nothing. Wait
yeah,
a
a
minute
little
again.
bit,
Little
little
what?
a little engine that could. You know what I mean? Choo choo. So anyway, so Talia
Y'all
said,
have to
love
understand. I change language. That's one of the things that happened with me.
it.
It's like I'm really keen. Like
No,
little
and you're
what?
right. It's so funny. As soon as I said it, I was like, "She about to get me on this little," because I little
See?
engine that could, which is huge, but until I get it where God has it already going on billionaire land, day 644, the billionaire journey. Come on, 646. I'm miscounting my days, but it's the count up, and that's the whole enjoyment process of it. So, like, talk to me a little bit, and I want to make sure in regards to like family structure, support, do you have those things that help you along in your journey? Is that something that, does that help you along in your journey? And which book are you talking about, Talia? She said she read that book all the time to her son. Hopefully not the one. Well, right, I'm not asking. But how important is support for you in your journey, like in regards to family or, people around you?
Very important. Very, very important. We have to be careful, because like they say, you are the sum of the five people you hang around the most. You will be the number six. You will be number six. So have to be
Right.
careful.
Right. You have
And
to.
y'all come on closely.
Mhm, mhm,
Let me
mhm.
help y'all out here.
Look, I'm coming. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Even if your mama, your
Mm.
daddy,
Mm.
your sister, your brother,
Pause.
your auntie, whoever it is,
Why you
get
got me doing this
prepared.
too?
Get prepared. Get
Right.
prepared.
See? Oh, the
It's
little
gonna be
internet could.
fun.
Okay.
If you're gonna, I mean, that's why it's so important to be around in tribes like this.
Right.
And yes, you may go through some that not so great, but keep going. You'll get to this one, and then that's when you learn to appreciate it. So everything is
Mhm.
working together for your good.
That's it.
Uh,
It it's the
so
truth.
don't let the experience of something else stop you from getting to the next. It was only to learn.
So how do
It's
you
only
handle
to try.
how do you handle fear and failure? Like what are some things that you do to be able to, because I mean it's scary doing something new, right? So how do you handle those feelings of nervousness to help you to keep going?
You find people like Miss Adrian here that you could just be yourself and go, girl, this is not, is it this day here? I feel like throwing my hands up in the air. Did we not? Well, we could even say it, right? We kept each other, haven't we?
Oh my gosh. You have no idea this day right here, this February 24th, 2026. Oh my. God had a plan, didn't he? He didn't. Ooh, he was
Yes,
busy.
because both
He
of us
was.
wanted to give up on something,
Uh,
right? And you're
Yes,
like,
yes,
and
yes,
I'm like,
yes.
but one day we'll be able to show those text messages, right?
One day, one
In
day.
our book,
Yeah, we
in
are.
our, yes,
And
in our
when
book.
we're trillionaires and blessing all the people around the
Yes,
world from South
yes,
Kakalaki and the Detroit, Michigan area, we got to make sure
yes.
we give back, we reach back to reach
Reach back,
forward as
yeah.
well. So
I mean,
because
people that you could be your authentic self. Because out here, you got to be. It's not that it's a fake thing, but you have to be on. Especially with one of my things I talk about, the suicide. I have to be centered in those different things, and you have to
hmm
just so be careful of who you share your dreams with. It's
oh,
not that you're trying to hide anything. It's that they got some dream stealers and killers out there. and
But you know what though?
they mean well. But you gotta keep on. You gotta keep on with that tribe. Keep going.
Right.
I mean,
But you know what though?
it's
Seriously, they
worth it.
don't know what they don't know.
They
And
don't.
I try to give people grace because what everyone always and it's your own fault because you have to train people how to treat you. And so for so long, I allow people to think that
Mm,
that their actual opinion mattered. I that was my
mm.
fault. And when I did that, what it allowed was me to end up people pleasing. And so as time has progressed, thankfully, just how things have happened in my life, learning more about myself, I'm falling in love with myself again. But that's a process in itself. And it's kind of scary and it's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm,
So
mhm.
when you think about moving forward and failure and things that like you said, when we leaned close, right? Your mother, your father, your sister, your brother might not be supporting or in your corner when you're trying to do something. How do you get through? Like, what are some things that you do? Like, in regards to, for me, I can actually start. For me, I read. I do my 30 minutes of reading, which gives me my, I'm reading the Bible right now. It's giving my reinforcement, as well as, just make sure I have my consistent plan of my workout, my fitness. You have to do those things every day. So, do you have like a ritual that you do? Like, because the app building process, my friends, can't even do that if you don't have the mindset to know and believe in what you're actually doing. Forget a blueprint builder or a system or technology that Justin has created. Forget all of that stuff. If your mindset doesn't know that you are amazing, there's like Miss Emma said, keeping on. There's nothing that you can actually do to be the best version of yourself. So when you think about all that I just unloaded on you, how do you actually get through those tough moments? I know it sounds like I'm asking the same question over and over
Mm.
again, but I really want you to kind of share with people because you're an amazing, powerful woman and has been through so many different trials and tribulations, even though, so in that, and you're here, how do you do that? How do you show up?
Reading, knowing, looking, worship. Girl, I've been here just praise dancing,
Oh yeah, don't even try
serving
to act
other
like that real
people.
fast. That praise dancing. Oh, you're so talented. Oh gosh, I wish I had that. Anyway, go ahead. You better be glad you didn't send me that link. I have it, but I wish I could do it fast, and you better be glad. Golly, because
That was
thank you,
part
Miss
of my
Emma.
issue
Miss Emma
too.
knows that's why I have a pitch like a pro. Like that's why I had to get into a course to help me with pitching because I realized during the pitching, like I can talk. I have ability. I'm very good at speaking. I have no problem, and I
Yes,
can
you
say that out
are.
loud. Thank you. However, I am
Hey, girl, you better
working
say
on.
that and unapologetically.
Oh no,
You're
it's
good
okay. I
at
understand.
speaking. You're
I
good at
no,
yeah.
I'm always gonna be better. I'm not perfect, but
No,
but what
no,
I'm
no.
sharing,
See, y'all,
so I'm working
accept
on
that. Get a
structure and framework.
Miss
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Emma, Miss
No, I'm
Emma's gonna
always.
take that girl.
Oh
You see
yeah.
how
No,
she
I'm
got
always
you
working to be
looking
the
at,
best.
oh no, I could be better. No,
Oh,
you're
100%.
great, and all you're doing is getting more experience. That's it.
So it's a little bit more work. But I'll let you have it. I'll let you give it to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love. But but at the same time, I don't mind doing
That's
the
what we've
work.
been taught, y'all.
Right. Exactly. That I don't mind doing the work. I don't mind doing the work. And
We can't shout from the
that's
mountaintop how we doing things. Yes,
yes.
we can. And she's
So
doing an excellent job. And if
Emma,
I could just reach over there and hold and then like, go girl, go.
thank you.
That's what
So,
that's what brings me joy right there when people see it and hear that.
mhm.
Because I have to remind myself too. Just like you said, oh, I'm gonna read that bio. Yeah, that I'll be like, oh,
Just like Miss Emma put that up there saying I'm amazing. Thank you, Miss Emma.
yes, yes. See, Miss Emma, girl, we got to connect too because your app is amazing too.
Just wait. Yep,
Why
she's coming on
everybody
live
on
on the
here? Talia,
she'll be
we
on
not even
live here
got
soon, y'all. March
Talia,
7th. March 7th. Miss Emma's gonna be on here.
she just the bionic woman, y'all.
Right, exactly. Doing the well, just wait till you March
Doing the
7th.
do.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing. So I think it's March 7th. I believe
Hmm.
that's the date.
So
But
all of you see this? These are you see this, y'all? They say black women can't do what?
mm, work together. They say we can't communicate. They say we can't talk together. I mean, but if you listen to what they can't say, if you listen to what other people say, then how far would that actually honestly get you? That's one of the things that ah, it is what it
And
is.
talking to yourself. What are you saying to yourself? That's another thing that I do. I'm very, very careful. Now, I'm again, y'all, God ain't finished with me yet.
Well, that's all right. That's okay. That's okay
I
because
will. That's one thing I will never, and I hope people learn not to do it because you ain't perfect. So, but we have worked at and learned from. That's what I put out for. I'm gonna speak. Well, I can speak for this child because it's what we do.
mhm.
Um, what I've learned. Don't look at somebody where they because there's so many lessons. It's a building block, this and that. So there's a new, like they say, there are new devils for new levels.
That's
So
right.
every time it's an onion, it's appealing. So you're always going to be, as long as you're looking for the growth, it will find you. Whatever you're looking
Mhm.
for, you will find good,
That's right.
bad, and different, whatever.
Right.
So, and we get muddy sometimes, we get cloudy sometimes, and that's okay. But pick up that phone and say, "Hey,
Right.
that's when you have great people like Adrian in this group, Miss Emma, everybody, because we have a community in the community.
Mhm.
I need to do better with that when sorry, but
Oh,
I'm
thank you, Miss Emma.
looking.
She said she's giving us goosebumps, and I have to shout out to Leah because she's so active in our WhatsApp community, and she was
Yes.
one of the first ones that actually reached out to me when I was doing the AI Legacy Blueprint Master Calculator app. And so she reached out in a group on the side, like Adrian, I got you. We're gonna make sure some people help you. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
like
see, it's
how we all
fun.
right, and like how she said the agenda, right? But our own agenda might be different from someone else's. But what I can say honestly about all of our agendas is something positive. It's something
Mhm.
that actually, and I can be honest, my live conversations on Tuesday, I changed up the structure once I realized what Justin was doing. I can be honest and say that, like,
Mhm.
because again, I was going live every Tuesday, just kind of talking to people about their story, helping people go live for the first time, helping people get their product or service out there in regards to whatever they're promoting. But when
Mm.
I saw that what Justin was building, and when I got into those rooms of all these 6, 7, 8 figure amazing mindsets, I was like, ooh, I can't wait to see the different app opportunities people have. I mean, people have so many different types of apps and different ideas. I was like, how can I pay attention? Because it's so crazy. Like when people have their founders launch, they'll drop it
Mm.
into our WhatsApp group, which is over 600 people. And when they, or now, we do it in our community, which we're supposed to do it the right way, right? So we'll drop
Yes,
it
please, because I would love y'all if y'all do that.
into,
I really would, because
right.
as young as I
So
look, I'm not that young.
we drop all of our information into this community, but it's over 600 people in this actual community with us, right? So when you look at over 620 people in this community that Justin has built and this amazing opportunity, I was getting overwhelmed and I was like, well, how can I listen to everybody? How can I actually get all the information? I can change my platform to actually help other people
Mhm.
get their apps out there. So that's literally how it happened and just the adjustment. So I want to again say thank you for showing up and being a part of it and us supporting each other, like Miss Emma and Talia and everyone that's here live as well as watching the replay. Thank you
Thank
again for
you.
just the opportunity. So I want to go into something fun here called like the top eight. And we're going to wrap up the questions with the top eight. And what we're doing here, if you missed it from us earlier, we're talking a little bit about Philana in the background. And we're going to have a follow up in regards to her app and the unveiling of this amazing app in March. And she's going to be with us March 31st at 4 p.m. to unveil her app. So we're just having that conversation around it and learning a little bit more about the inspiration of this amazing CEO and founder of Empire to Emerge. So let's let's start with the fun questions. Just something fun and easy. Now, if you could be any superhero, who would your hero be and why? I would be Flash. Remember, I told you I'm a Delta Sigma Theta. Who would you be?
Mhm.
And if you're
My
watching
sister
live, play
Sarah.
along with us as well. All right, right. Come on, Sarah. Come on.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes. I am
and
surrounded by deltas.
right, we're
My daddy
everywhere.
was, yeah,
Hmm.
my daddy was an Omega. So,
Oh, come on, friend.
uh, yeah, yeah.
So, if you could
Uh,
be any superhero, what superhero would you be and why? And play along with us if you're watching us live, guys. Play along in the comments.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Why Wonder Woman? That was my girl. Wonder Woman was my girl.
'Cause the girl,
I
she
had the
got
outfit
it.
and
She's
everything.
always on point. She's getting her work done. She about her business. She saving people. There we go.
Come on, Wonder Woman. I used to have the outfit.
And
I,
give
I did.
me, yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Did you? You had the outfit? Hold on,
yeah.
I'm about
Here
to
we
share
go.
this.
Look,
I had the I had the whole wait, I had the whole you're so silly. I had the whole hookup. I did.
I
So
love it.
okay.
Okay, now we got to do that.
Right.
Wonder
Amazing.
Woman. Wonder Woman.
Mhm. Let's go. 1, 2.
Let's
This
go.
that's I'm just telling you what's happening right now here live. Amazing. I love it. Okay. And so the next question I ask for you is one food you could eat every day, all day. Mine is actually pizza. Like I can
Sushi.
I love sushi too. I love sushi. What type of sushi is your favorite?
All of it. Every
Really?
bit of it. Everything. Yes. My dad, that was my 10th birthday.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's when I started eating sushi. And it was at a real Japanese restaurant, Saki's. Oh, I love Saki.
Mhm.
She's amazing. She doesn't have a restaurant anymore, and I haven't run across her in a while. But oh my gosh, I could
Mm.
eat it every day, every day, every
So you
day,
were
every
eating the
day.
raw sushi? Were you eating like the real
Oh
ooh, I
yeah,
can't
I
say
was
I
eating
was that
steamed
brave.
clams, girl. I was eating steamed clams and oysters at 3. Our
Ooh.
youngest, my mom was mad. She was mad. She ever offered those to me. She said, "Oh, let me get it to." She won't like that. She's like, "Mm-mm."
That's funny.
That was a bad move on her part. She never got to eat those by herself again.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So sushi is mine. Okay. Awesome. I love sushi. I love sushi too. So I can work with that. And then Storm was what Talia said was her superhero. She said her husband
Okay,
calls her Superwoman. So
I bet.
so right. Having that
Rightfully
baby.
so.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please watch her story if you missed it last week. Amazing. And she loves sushi American style, but you got to try the traditional. You got to try the
Yes,
real. You got to
you gotta tell the real.
you
The
got to try the
real.
yes. It'll make
It's
it
nothing like it.
I
Nothing
used to eat
like it.
sushi all the time in Toronto. That's where I started because they
Okay.
introduced me to the the world when worked up there. I
Mm,
love it, but since there, I'll try Benihana or other places to get sushi, like at the chili, the chili rolls. Oh, but
mhm.
we can go we can go for that for days as well. Now, tell me
Yes.
where are you from and where do you call home now? I'm from Detroit, Michigan. What up, though? So where is home for you?
Detroit,
And
Detroit.
right,
Born in North
where's
Carolina, raised here in South Kakalaki.
what up, though? Okay,
Yeah.
South Kakalaki. I love it.
Kakalaki.
Now, in regards to travel, now I've been to
Mhm.
South Carolina as well as 48 of the 50 states. I've been international. I lived in Toronto. My cousin used to play professionally for Toronto, the Raptors up
Mhm.
there. So the Toronto Raptors, yes. So I lived there, managed him for 7 years. Amazing, all the little cities and everything. That's where I learned sushi, and of course, my love for basketball has always remained as well. Where's your favorite place you've traveled, and why would you say that's your favorite location?
So far, Los
Mhm.
Cabos.
Los Cabos, Mexico, right?
Mm.
Los Cabos, Mexico, right? Okay, okay.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes, yes. That was off the chain. And just the community. I mean, if
Mhm.
you hear all the things that they say to you, I'm like, be careful going.
You're right.
I mean, people moved cars out of the way of the bus because the car was in the way. So people actually got together and pushed the car out the
Mm,
way so the bus could get around. We don't do that here.
mm-mm. No, we don't. Mm-mm.
Very hard to find that here, unfortunately. There's some people who still do it, but like I said, the community, their craftsmanship, their willingness to serve, not just because it's a tourist area.
Okay.
Yeah, we went right through there.
Mhm. And it was
And right
beautiful.
over that mountain, Jennifer Lopez used to live there.
Okay.
That's we went on the boat tour and told us all about it.
Oh, nice. Okay,
It's really
awesome.
cool.
I've
Too bad
been
I
there.
can't pull up the pictures.
Yeah, but look, I've been there, but I don't remember the J-Lo story. And Miss Emma said
Mhm.
she actually lived in North Carolina, very close to South Carolina. So see,
Uh,
small world, small
yeah, what
world.
part? With
Yep, Miss
Fayetteville,
Emma, what
maybe?
part, Miss
Since you're
Emma?
in the military?
Right, right. She gonna give us all of that rundown. That's gonna be amazing. So while we're waiting for Miss Emma to answer in regards to where in South Kakalaki, I know you told me about 3 books when we started, but which one book or movie changed your mindset if you had to pick one book and one movie? I would actually start, of course, again with the Bible. That's
Yes, that's
I'm at
standard for me.
yeah, I'm at the New Testament, and that is giving me the roadmap. Like, wow. And the movie is for me
And
is
then amazing.
Sinners. Oh my God, the Bible is awesome. I love it. I mean,
Mhm,
I-
mhm.
I've never read it front to back, and this is my first time doing that. So it's opening my eyes to how this world really is, which is
It's
awesome. It's a good
mhm,
thing though. I'm
it
actually
is.
understanding it. All of it is really like Trump and everything is in the Bible. It really is.
Yeah.
Like it's
Everything,
amazing.
everything. There's nothing new under the sun. And it's not, he's not really all bad things there. You got to find the good in
Mm-mm.
it, make it work for you.
Mhm.
Um, and this has been going on for years and years and years. The tariff stuff. I just read about it with my great uncle who was lost at sea. You know, that was part
Mm-mm.
of how they paid the military. The tariffs. Yeah. So
See?
this has been around. It's been around forever. I just don't believe that we've ever really known it.
But it just
So we
feels
think it's
different.
something bad.
Mhm.
Hmm.
It just feels
Yeah,
different
it
because
is.
it's new words and
Mhm.
it's just different. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
all in there. It's all in
nothing new
there.
under the sun. Isn't that what it says
Mhm.
in there? Nothing new under the sun. Just it's same play, just different characters, y'all.
And the craziest thing too is, people think that in the Bible that the disciples were perfect people. God picked imperfect people. He picked thieves, people that were. He wanted to show people what was possible. He is the only person or only true being, in our world. So any and everyone else, you have to give them grace because they sin. So it honestly, I could talk like
Yes.
this. I could talk like that with
We
you. Like,
all fall short of the glory. We
it's
all. That don't mean you. We all means all.
right, right.
All.
It does.
It's just that simple. All. And that was one of my lessons learned too, in that the power of positive thinking.
Hmm.
Because there's so many things that we say to ourselves to turn something we could
Hmm.
it's much as we turn it to be a negative thing, we could turn it around, those
Right.
reframe those words it could be positive. Our brain doesn't know whether it's the truth or not, so whatever you tell it, it believes. And you may end up hearing, oh, you're so
Hmm.
positive.
That's
No,
and that's how it works.
I feel the pain. We feel the pain. We go through the
Hmm.
ups and the downs. It's no fun, but it is
There you
what it
go.
is, and that's what it says. You're gonna have hills, you're gonna have valleys. The valley times are to get back. You got to have some strength, some new revelation to get up that other side. So, in
That's it.
any other way of life, you would not even be here because that's why it goes up and down, up and down. Isn't that what it says on that EKG? You
Yeah,
want it to be
that's
flat.
right.
You want it to be flat.
That, right. That's right.
I don't think
And then
so.
too, that why the falling forward, like I know you mentioned that in regards to John Maxwell, turning mistakes into stepping stones for success. Ooh, that is awesome. Like, is that the one book for your mindset that you actually, or is
Hmm.
there another book that actually stands out? Because I know that's one that you mentioned
That
earlier.
one, like I said,
Mhm.
those first 3, and that one, right? I mean, oh, because we
And you
haven't.
said by John Addison. What was the book by John Addison?
It's a CD, and I don't know. I know our company put it out, but it's don't take it. You probably could find it on YouTube. Don't take advice from
Okay,
anyone who's more screwed up than you are.
that's hilarious. I just wanted to find out this because don't take advice from
Hmm.
anyone.
And yeah, yeah. And there I learned, like at work, people gossiping and doing all this. And I just, it's so ugly, and it's not. It was just when that aha moment.
But people in gossip, like people don't realize that a lot of times gossip happens because they're envious of you or they want to be you. Unfortunately,
Mhm.
hate is real, and so, but how you actually deal with it. Talia says John Maxwell has life changing books. How you
Yes.
actually deal with it is actually that the outcome as well. And I want to go back to Miss Emma. Finally told us where she was from. She worked in Greensboro, North Carolina, was in the military at Fort Jackson and in Augusta, Georgia. Thank you so much for your service. And she still has a
Thank
home
you.
in
Thank
Augusta,
you.
Georgia. Come on, Miss Emma. Thank you
Come
so much. I
on, Miss
appreciate that.
Emma. Come
Uh,
on, Miss Emma.
Right, right. You're probably not far. So when you all do your meetups
Mhm.
in South
No, an
Carolina,
hour, not far at all.
not even an
At
hour. See?
all. Like hour,
Look at
hour and a
that.
half. Yeah, not far
Adrian
at all.
Mays making connections.
Mhm.
Come
Look at
on.
this. Look, look. See, see. I
That's
love it.
hilarious.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, and again, we have somebody else working on an app for has that app out for our veterans. So, Lord, have you had them on yet?
Nope, he's coming on in March, March 10th. Alex Harris. So he was one of the winners with Miss Emma for the pitch
Yes.
contest, and he has a veteran app. So I am looking forward to that as well because again, the veterans, you know what, veterans got a hard deal because I was talking to a veteran actually, one of my tax clients a couple of days ago, and they really had a hard deal because again, you have this choice. You know how you either make a choice to go serve your country, or oh, I'm gonna go back to high school or and everything as well. But Miss Emma says not at all. But when I thought about ROTC back in the day, and they told me to go serve the country, anybody that raised their hand and said yes, I applaud. I truly, when I say don't, thank you for your service. Those are things that I could not do. Like I truly mean that. And then Talia said she lived in Augusta too, once upon a time when her dad served. The, the veterans are
And
all
see,
around right now.
yes, my husband's a veteran, so
See, come on. And then I told you too, thank you for your service. Because again, the key thing about spouse, and like I was in insurance as well, life insurance, it's nothing your spouse and you all hand in hand. You all are in one. So thank you for your service as well, working with your husband.
yeah,
Because
I'll say
again,
after 'cause I wasn't there when he
say
was in.
say it again.
I wasn't there when he was in, but after, honey,
It doesn't, it's okay.
those
That
people
still
too.
doesn't
I want to
matter.
put that out there though, honey. God bless us.
Yes. You're so silly. Don't get me in trouble. Miss Emma said, yes, our family is amazing. And Talia's right there. All of us are right there together. So thank you so much for just the sacrifices and things that you've done in
Yes.
regards to just being a part of being a veteran. Because again, when I think about when I was a mortgage broker, and they have the best deals though. The veterans have the best mortgages, best refinances. Oh my gosh. So please take advantage of your different things and deals that you actually have because it's deserved and earned. So,
And go to
oh,
and do the ROTC. Go ahead and go in as a
I know, right? I wish I would have done that. If we
I
could tell
mean,
you
girl,
anything, I know that's right. Do if you could do anything, go into ROTC because you can actually get the benefits. Ah, I didn't know.
and
So
go
my high
in as an
schoolers,
officer. They never taught us those things. But
they didn't teach us
I
those things.
look.
Nope.
And my niece, she's amazing. She's a recruiter, so I am so proud of her. Everybody served except for my brother and myself, and my older sister. But I'm the only child by my mom, but I have other siblings.
Hmm.
And my sister served, her son served, now her daughter is serving, my dad served, my great grandfather. I just think I wouldn't have made it. Y'all my little attitude in my mouth.
See, well, you probably wouldn't have
When I
had it if
was
you'd been in there,
younger,
right?
I don't know if I would have made it. But
Right. So, like Talia said, you set your children up for life if you're
yeah.
a part
Oh
of
yeah.
ROTC. And
Oh
she was a
yeah.
JROTC instructor, Miss Emma. And like I said, I thought about it when I was in high school, and I didn't have anyone to tell me one way or another, so I didn't do it. Like I did when I tell you I had 1,000 different activities I was in. I was like, I didn't pick the one thing that could have saved me some money later. Adrian, mortgages.
Mhm,
Oh
mhm.
gosh.
And
So,
shoot, now learning
mm,
that system and working that make
mm-hmm.
hey, do well for yourself. And that's the one thing
Don't laugh
to
at me.
I pray that you know what we need to add that to an app. By
You
the
ain't
way,
lying, right?
no, seriously, because a lot
Me
of
too.
times the military get preyed on when it comes to finances and stuff because you get so
Mm-hmm.
much. And so everybody's not always there for the right reasons for y'all. So it for us, and that does not need to be either. I have, like I said, if it's not right, it's not right. Right's right, wrong's wrong. And there's
Right.
enough out here not to have to do that. But I've seen it. I've sold cars. I have seen it. That's why I wasn't a good car salesman because I can't do that. I just
Right.
don't do that well.
Right. You can't do people
But I've
wrong.
seen a lot of different things occur
Mhm.
unjustly. Then at the end, then you having to scramble where we could be doing better things with our finances. And they show, oh, buying the cars, buying this. Y'all, please don't do that.
Mm. And so those things I hope you're listening to because again, this next question I'm going to ask you is if you could actually describe your brand in one word. Now, my one word is resilience. What would your one word be as everything that you've accomplished, which has been so much, and we're just getting started? What's the one word you would actually describe for your brand?
Servant.
Say it again.
Servant.
Ooh, servant. What servant? Come on.
Serving others. I mean,
Mm,
serving others.
Yes.
Serving others. God gave me 2 words, which was, "You are great."
Mm,
Before I read the Bible, before I read that Bible beginning to end, by the
mm.
way,
Did you?
this is
You read it beginning
yeah. Oh,
to end?
several times. NIV, yeah, different versions, yeah.
Did you? So what did you feel like when you got to Revelations? I just asked my best friend this yesterday. Like, what did you feel like when you got to Revelations? If I can ask. Was it scary? look, look, Miss Emma, Talia,
The
I done lost
first
the whole
time,
focus.
yeah, but after understanding and, just live right.
Mm, I can't wait to read it. I'm excited.
Just
I'm like,
obedience, and then that won't look so scary.
mm, that it's that
You
part
just
though.
I mean, just serve, just and do it from the right place, your heart. I mean, the Bible speaks of the heart,
The Bible
out of
speaks,
the heart.
yes. Mm,
So, what is, I mean, and again, that's where that getting better, that mental health, we've hardened our hearts in some places, and it's
yeah.
understandable.
We've
But
dealt with so much though. We've
right,
dealt with so
heck
much as
yeah,
people. And I
yeah,
when I think about the things that I've been through, and I don't want to get sympathy, so it's not like I don't just go
no,
around and just tell people like, "Oh, I've been through this," and I've been. It's not for
hmm
sympathy. It's more so that you know it shows you you have to talk about it because if you don't talk about it, other people don't know that you've been through things. But at the same time, showing your resilience and coming through things is talking about it, and a lot of people don't want to have that conversation. So
which
that's
is
the
weird,
hard part. Right, right.
because isn't that where testimony come from?
I think that's what a testimony is, though, because it's a
Thank you.
test.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a test. That's what I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about. Isn't that
Yep. And like Miss Emma said,
see
after
what
you
I'm
read it a
saying?
couple of
It's a
times, it's not even
contradiction.
scary.
That's why I have that problem when people say whatever happens in here, it ain't supposed to be that way. But you do okay.
Hmm.
What you do need to do is be careful who you do that with. That's
Right.
all. That's
She
all.
said that's amazing, Philana. That is. It is. That's all you
My
have to be careful about who you're around. And like you said earlier, the 5 people approximation that you actually build with. And so I decided to put billionaires and billionaires around my 5. Dr. Forbes Riley, a Justin Burns, a Philana
yeah,
Jones, a Talia Dawson,
yeah,
Emma Jones Blackshire. I have these people that are
absolutely.
just Alicia Little. I'm not gonna forget her for real. And
Gosh,
you can't say
what?
Alicia and don't say Lorette. Like that's not.
You can't say all and Lorette. Well, let's go on. Now we're gonna talk about Nehemiah. We're gonna talk about all of them. Come on,
And
let's
then we're gonna go
go.
Michael Tucker too, and then we're gonna just go ahead and
Yeah,
hit
like
Coach Aki, and we're gonna hit look, it's
yeah,
Shallon and everybody else. Look, we're gonna just drop name drop. But talking is great therapy. I truly believe that, which brings me to my next
yeah.
question. If you actually could pick one day out of the year, it could be a birthday or it could be a holiday or a time of season. What day is like very special to you and why? Mine for me is my sobriety date, which is November the 20th, 2023. So I'm a little over 2 years, just a baby. But
Congratulations.
thank you. I'm like, F that alcohol. No more. No, thank you.
No more.
So, right. So I am truly
Absolutely.
done with the abusing and not loving of myself. Now, what day would you say for yourself is like a great day that, just stands out for you?
It's gonna be my most recent.
Okay.
Last year, February 7th. I don't know. I keep saying I don't know what in the world. I kept saying I don't know what in the world happened February 7th.
Hmm.
But the boldness, truth, just really like just going for it, like just pulling the scabs off and saying it and
Uh-huh.
girl and not putting band-aids over my tongue,
Uh-oh.
but say I'm it just I,
February
and I
7th,
mean
2025. So what happened on this day that made this day just so like no more BS, just all reality?
I don't know. It was just this overwhelming thing. The word just kept coming truth, like truth, 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 truth,
Mm.
truth.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it had to do with some of those issues, younger days, what have you. And, just saying to myself, it's the truth. It's okay. And if it's not your truth, it's okay. It's my
Right.
truth, and that's okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Also, I will have to plug in Landmark.
Mm.
That helped me too. Have you ever done that? Oh my
Mm-mm.
gosh. Oh gosh, landmark course. Teaching me, I think that prepared me for that February 7th last year.
Okay.
Just realizing that you can still love these people. Now, I hadn't gotten exactly where Larry Pearson said to be like, oh, you can still go, or I ain't got there yet,
Uh-huh.
Larry, but
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'm still working on that. Where you just be who you are, and that's who they are. You can create who they are to you. You don't really have to do all the animosity stuff either. But I think that
Okay.
it kind of opened that up, and then it allowed me to see the reasons behind some of the actions of some family
Mm.
members. I'm like, in my own, I'm not
Mm.
excluding.
Okay.
I'm not excluding
Mhm.
myself.
Right.
Uh, like, oh, that's what that's about.
Right. That's funny.
I mean, I can't stand glasses and ice.
Mm.
Does that sound? You know why? For what you
Mhm.
just that, and I just recognized that recently. You know, it's just it was a lot of truths. Like not only speaking it, but seeing and understanding that grace.
Mm. Wow. And that grace is huge. And when we say that little 5-letter word, it seems so small, but that word is so huge, giving people grace. And thank you to Leah for the congratulations. I appreciate that. But but seriously, giving people grace, how huge is that? Like, and before you even answer how huge that is, I honestly in the sobriety journey have realized what that word means, like giving people grace, because I'm no better than anyone else. Like it doesn't matter what I've been, doesn't matter. I am no better than anyone else. And so God gave me grace by waiting on me to get here this long, right? And I thank him all. So how am I going to even say when somebody else has to get there in their time? So I give people grace. The real talk, long story short. So when you give people grace, what does that look like for you? Like benefit of the doubt. I mean, Miss Emma agrees, like grace is huge.
Mhm.
How
Everybody is on a journey.
yes.
And just because you have arrived here and this is where this other part comes in, don't compare yourself because you might be comparing yourself to
Mm-mm.
somebody's year 2
Right,
to your month 1
right.
and understanding that guess what? You were once there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say to myself, and I have my days I don't always be there, but most of them are, you know what? You were once there.
Mm-hmm.
You once
Mm-hmm.
didn't know. That
Yep.
was once your response because why?
Right.
You didn't know Philana.
Mhm. And then the
You
key
weren't
thing is
aware.
right. And then you find out and you get that
Mhm.
education and then you help someone else along their route as
Yes,
well. It
yes, and that doesn't mean you're better. It just means you're more aware. There's a difference. And no one's above you. Nobody's better or lower. Nobody. It really, there's not a good or bad if you really want to get technical about it. But those things are, I mean, just remind yourself. I think a lot of, well, I know because I did it.
right.
I'm talking about me.
Right, 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 right.
It
So
me. I did those things like you say some awful things and you have to go,
mhm.
you know what, you probably sounded just as crazy to somebody else one day. Like you sounded just like they sound to you. You
Right.
sounded like that to someone. Their parents even say, one
Mhm.
day I hope you have a child just like you. There you go.
That's it. That's it. So Jean in our group actually came out with a testimonial app. It's called Trulancy, and I'm gonna put it in the chat before I ask this last question, because if you could go and support her and me too in regards to, because you can go and put your business on here. It's trulancy.com, right? And so you can go and put here and just go and do a review. So I want you to go and be the first to leave a review here and give her some love in the app building community as she's building this app for business owners to build business clarity to help you in regards to getting apps. Like, I do Google reviews after every live, which I'm going to ask you too, is to do a
You know,
testimonial as well. So this is going to help her in regards to just kind of getting her app out here that she built. I want to make sure I shouted her out and I told her I was going to do so because again, I get Google reviews. So because this last question, before I let you get back to your evening, what's one thing, Philana, if you can go back and touch your younger self on the shoulder and give yourself a piece of advice, what one piece of advice would you give to your younger self?
girl, let your light shine and never let anybody turn you around ever again in life.
Say that again. Let your light shine. Wait. Let me write it down. I love. Okay, say it again.
Let your light shine and don't ever let anybody turn yourself around.
Mm.
I may not have said it exactly like that. Thank God it's
Don't you
recorded
hate when
because
people
I
tell
will
you
tell
that?
y'all
It's
whatever
right.
comes,
It has
it's
something
so.
to do like that, right? And so let your light shine, and never let anyone turn yourself around. Mine is actually, I would tap my younger self on the shoulder and just say, Adrian, slow down. Just like what Justin said during my pitch thing, Coach Aki, Michael, they all was like, Adrian, it sounded great, but slow down. I'm from Detroit. It's not my fault. I talk fast. So, but it's not
Girl.
just the speed on how I talk. It's just everything. Like there's a process. God has a plan. I want everything right now. And I know that, but I would just honestly say, Adrian, slow down. Like love yourself and slow
Mhm.
the heck down. Hey, it's okay. It's going to happen or not.
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever's going to
yeah.
be is going to be. But what I do want to thank God for is having this conversation with you here today, to be honest with you. Because again, it sounds like how like when you're and I was a nerd, so this might be true. Thank you so much, Miss Emma, and thank you so much, Talia. But excuse me, do you know how like when you're in school,
Bless
right?
you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. This cold, I don't know where it came from. But do you know how I remember when you were in school and you had that one kid that sat in the front of the class and they was irritating, and then at lunchtime y'all would talk about that kid because they would sit in the front and ask all the questions, and then like, but be cool though. And that was me.
Mhm.
I was the cool one.
Mhm.
I was in the front of the class. I'm listening. I'm getting all the information. But then afterwards, I'm kicking it with everybody too. But look, I am the one in front that is asking the questions, trying to get this. I might not even get it. But again, I'm trying to learn it, and I'm listening and I'm learning. And I've learned so much from you being a part of your world in the last month. So I'm gonna always, Justin doesn't even understand. King Justin Burns, he helped me in regards to a way that no one could ever done, which is finding my tribe. Like, and I've tried. Like it's not like I haven't, this
Mhm.
is not the first time I've invested in myself. And when I say that is seeing people look like me, having ideas, having something, and my billionaire journey actually can come to fruition and getting certified and being an app builder. So I say all that to say, thank you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart because you shared so much with me, not only about your app building process, about healthcare, about what your goals, and like I said, the next time that we come on in March, where we're going to actually talk about your app and everything. And I just want to say thank you, and I want to give you a moment as well to, whatever you want to say to people in regards to encouraging them, because mine is I can, I will, I am victorious. Let's go.
Let's
Anything
go.
that you
I
want
love
to
it.
actually, because I know I love yours as well. Like, remember, let me say it again. Remember,
Remember, you are great.
come on, remember you are great. So, whatever you
So
want people to actually, just tune in about you, where to actually find more information about you. I just wanted to give you a couple of moments before we disconnect in regards to. Thank you so much, Miss Emma said these talks are great. Just give people a moment, give a moment for you to talk about, just kind of leave people with something in regards to who you are and why they should come back March 31st at 4 p.m. to learn more about the app that you're building.
first of all, I want to thank you, Queen. I appreciate those kind words, but y'all, this girl is off the chain. She will keep you like people like me on task and does it with such grace and love. Amazing. Shared her story, her goal. Uh, just been an open book and willing to share, willing to help, and she help it once. I mean, just the heart to serve other people, to see everyone win, win. That was right there. So she has done a lot for me as well. I thank you. I thank you. And thank you for doing your show, bringing me on. I appreciate you so much. And again, I can't wait to get you on mine. See, y'all just gonna make me get my show now. See how people push. See how great she is. See what I'm saying? See
Thank
what
you,
I'm
Miss
saying?
Emma. Thank
So
you.
it's
Thank you,
it's it's
Philana. Thanks,
it's Miss
guys.
Miss
Say
Emma,
thank you.
Talia. Oh my gosh, everybody, Justin, everybody. I can't say that I wouldn't be here.
Right.
Justin,
And his teams, like Charlotte is
yeah, his
amazing because
team,
like she comes
Alicia,
through and
all of everybody.
yes.
And we couldn't have learned from a better group of people. My other business, with LegalShield. that there again, life changing. So I'm just grateful for every step of the journey. And you keep up the great work. And I just want to shout out somebody else that's doing healthcare and helping people. He's a young guy. I'd like to get him out here too, Mr. David. Um, he's got an amazing organization, Beating the Odds, the Beating the
Mhm.
Odds group. Uh, and happy birthday to him too today too. Shameless
Happy
plug.
birthday.
Hmm.
And
And so just doing those things, just being here with you, being here with the whole group has been just amazing. I think I missed part of that last thing because I'm just thinking about, when you see me, it's, I don't know if there's enough words to articulate it.
mm, well, you did a great job right there. And I'll be honest with you and say, like, seriously, I don't know what God has planned. And that's the crazy thing. I honestly don't know what God has planned, but I know it's amazing.
Mhm.
And it's amazing for a couple of reasons because again, my name is Adrian Mays. Amazing. Come on.
Amazing. I love it. Look, he
It's
set you
in
all up for
my
that.
name, like
Yeah.
amazing. I just put the Y in there just for emphasis. But again, it's in there. And like Miss Emma says, group hug. We're hugging. Looking forward to the family reunion in May. I love my F family as well.
Yes.
Talia, thank you so much for coming on here
Thank
live and engaging with
you.
us, ladies. And Philana, I appreciate you, Philana, as well, because again, I even know, like, we didn't even have to have this conversation here today, but you just wanted to kind of make sure you showed up, being authentic, being you, showing your story, showing your resilience, being able to persevere through any app building process. Anybody that comes on here live or even in the comments will tell you, like, when you raise your hand to build an app, it's not as simple as just grabbing a Lovable or a Base 44 or a Replit and be like,
No,
boom, here it is, like I did, thinking it was that's what it was. There's a process.
love
There's
her.
a plan and there's a step-by-step process. I love the blueprint builder for it, but between all of that, one thing I love is the people that he got together, and that's you, a part of that equation. So thank you again for all you do for the community, for yourself, for showing up, and for even just taking a yes to be here today. And you did the testimonial. I was going to ask you to do one later, but I don't know what to say. That was amazing. And even this conversation here today was so authentic and raw and real. And that's the way I love it. I don't like, there's no scripts in this thing. I just want to talk to you, like the person behind this app, because the app, it doesn't mean
Hmm.
anything until if you know who it is behind it. That's when these billionaires start forming on the platform. Everybody's going to be like, oh my God, what happened? How? They'll be able to
What
look back
happened?
at Adrian Mays and they'll look back at a Philona Williams Jones and
Can't
be able to
wait.
get all of that information and know that they're all together. So
Mhm. And
thank you.
Miss
Yes.
Emma and Talia, and again, I'm a suicide survivor and a survivor of a spouse that died by suicide. So
You said you're a
there's a
suicide
lot of
survivor and a survivor. You said that so fast. And survivor. Thank you for your survival skills for being here. So
you
just
think,
being a
oh
suicide
God,
survivor, that's huge. You're gonna drop that at the end. Like,
yeah,
how was
yeah,
that for
yeah.
you in regards to just transformation? Like in regards to just mental health? Like you tried it, but didn't how did
That's not the only time. It's been several, so that's why I tell people it's an onion. But just realizing that there's something
mm,
there's work for me to do, uh, and those who have been charged with that, like us, we don't have it easy.
mm,
And I can say that even with Justin, his transparency and everything that he said, and that's the real thing I think too is that it gives um some real it leads to real thought and prayer
mm.
and a lot of different things and again understanding why you go through some of these things because we're not taught, but
Right.
it's only for us to succeed in our future, and we've been called to a challenge and a mantle. And not, but that's what I've noticed, and when talking
Mm-hmm.
to people who have those ideations or that I found that a lot of them have been great people challenged with a lot of different things, not knowing how to channel it, not always finding the tribe that they can, not
Right.
uh, learning who to share that with. I'm out here now. I mean, I've been on TV and done it. So, but it took time to do that. So I tell anybody just when you call to do it, that's when you do it. Don't let
Right.
anybody force you out there to tell your story until you're ready. Because again, if I don't want you to end up, I want you to be here and I want you to know where to share and understand that too, because I've done it in places where it did harm. So I get it. I get it. But here is not a place that that happens, by the way. So
Thank you
we're
for
here.
sharing that with being seriously comfortable enough to share that with well, me and the community, seriously, because again, that's huge in itself. And thank you for being here. Thank you for saying yes to another opportunity to be the best version of yourself and to see what happens in regards to this thing called life. Because there's no rule book. And that's the thing that we have to realize as well. We're all trying to figure it out and piece it together in all of our own individual ways. So again, the replay for this live, it will be found here on the link at the screen, cccelevateyou.com/live. Alana, thank you so much for your time here today.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
and I love for you to actually have a testimonial for me, just again, just kind of sharing with me your experience and everything in regards to going live here today. So thank you for saying yes to the AI Legacy App Talk Live with Adrian Mays. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
Love you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Love you.
you.
Yay. Come on. Ah! That was amazing. Oh my God. She serves in healthcare. She serves her community. She's building an app. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not had the opportunity, Philana Williams Jones, thank you so much for being here live today in regards to just having a conversation. Being straight up, Talia and Miss Emma and anyone that attended live, again, Randy, those individuals, I say thank you just for showing up, helping this conversation to be a part. Falana, thank you so much for taking the time, your resilience, and being able to be a servant, as you said, as your one word, and being able to share with what's to come here soon in regards to your app. This is just the beginning, my friends. As when you're building something that's bigger than you really don't have any type of preset time frame, what's going to be in about. I just know that I just wanted to kind of take a moment and thank Falana again because when she built her app and Justin's working with her in regards to getting this amazing opportunity, I was so excited for her to get it out and share with the world. And so in March, when she's able to unveil that, just think about in regards to different ideas you have. When you have a problem and you can have a solution, that's what this whole AI app Legacy Talk Live is all about. That's why we come here live every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's why people are investing their time in regards to learning about what is different about the app building process than in any other process, because we have something that's different in regards to our whole learning spectrum. We're learning together. We're learning in a group and we're learning with family and we're building together because again, it's no fun being a billionaire by myself. But when Adrian Mays is a billionaire and I'm up the top of the rooster with Philana right there with me, Miss Emma with me, Talia with me. We have everybody, Justin cheering us on, like, what up, though? He didn't say what up, though. He's from Chicago. But it's okay. We'll let him say it. It's okay. So hopefully you enjoyed today. Next week, we have a heck of a lineup coming up here next here for you. And again, on February the Oh my God, February is over. March the 3rd. Let me show you the screen of who we have next. We have the amazing Coach Aki that's going to be here live here on March the 3rd. And I also have a special 12 o'clock presentation that's going to be happening on March the 3rd as well. So stay tuned for that one. So I have a 12 o'clock and a 4 o'clock coming on March 3rd. March 10th, Alexander Harris See, that's the great thing when you're live. You have things like that happen. And so wonderful. So thank you so much, Talia. Thank you so much. The Lord does have a bigger plan in regards to ordering our steps and knowing what's available for us and giving us perspective. Thank you for actually being a part of this live conversation, as well as realizing that life is too short. Like I said earlier, I watched Eric Dane, who passed away, has a live on Netflix, and his final words. He had the opportunity to be authentic and to be himself. And it finally, honestly, got me thinking about a different app. I'm not gonna lie to you when I was watching it, but one thing that Eric Dane had that Philana brought up today was trauma and mental health and how important it is for you to have grace for people. When I say I want to leave you with that right there, because again, I'm getting emotional as I think about Sharon Harris passing away February 22nd, 2026. She was such a good person, but that's how I know that God has a plan. Her mother, Sandra Harris, always so supportive in my life. And over the last 30 years that I've known her family, rest in heaven, Sharon Harris. She is amazing. Angel had lupus over the Lupus Foundation in Detroit, Michigan, and it's going to be one of the things that we specialize in as I'm the president of my foundation, CCC Because We Care Foundation. And it's like God is aligning so many different people, my Talia, my Sharon, my that I have to do things for. So I understand the assignment, and I'm here to live it all the way through. And I thank you for the opportunity to be here with me live, to see the different app builders, to see the opportunities, to know that everything happens for a reason. When Sharon and Talia came to me this morning, 3:27 this morning, and share with me that I have angels more than I can even imagine. I know that if you guys keep going within your different ideas and your strength in your process and to keep going through it all, like Miss Emma says, God bless us all. God will order our steps, and we have to just trust the process, go through it, get in there really good, but just make sure you just love on everybody, love on yourself, and know that hey, somebody you might be the only God that someone else may see. That's what a Kirk Franklin line. I got to take it. So hopefully you enjoyed this conversation. Help me out in regards to just being supportive. Go support the reviews for Jean. In regards to her founder app and go and be a part of the solution. Thank you so much for being a part of it today. Adrian Mays, AI Legacy Talk Live. Make sure you catch the replay, cccelevateyou.com/live. And if you actually want to be a part of the show or want to sign up, I have availability not until April. But the great thing is, be a part of the conversation. Get started, get going, because again, we're going nowhere to the top. Day 646 of the Billionaire Journey of Adrian Mays. What up, though? I can, I will, I am victorious. Charlotte, what was it? South Carolina to Detroit, Michigan. Let's go. What up, though? Detroit. Thank you. Thank you. Deuces.